All of the streaming. Ah! Let me go to the twatters. Freaking burn. Inferno. Saying that, now I can't think of it as anything else.
Twitter?
Yeah.
Twitter sphere?
Where is my share? Where do I share?
Hmm.
I would like to share polls. There we go. Okay, we are live. We have good Strom health.
You do not say.
I did say.
Don't say.
I did say.
Don't say.
Okay, so let's jump right in, shall we? We just finished book 6, which is actually one of my favorite books. I like books where, I've said this 100 times, but I like books where you travel a lot. The adventure just seems more epic.
I can see that.
And this one had Captain Blondebeard. Or whatever his name was. Okay.
I don't recall.
Alright, so this is book 7.
Uh-huh.
If I remember correctly, the story so far is actually kind of lengthy.
Oh. Can I have a window into your soul?
Yeah. Why does that sound like a song?
I'm sure somebody did.
Share scrons. Okay, there we go. Alright, are you ready?
I believe so.
Good, because I'm not.
Wait!
And I gotta make sure I get my dashboard somewhere on the screen so that I can see that my stream is still working.
It's important.
It's a bit
These
important.
are things that are needed.
Yeah.
So you know that you're not messing up.
Alright. Okay. Alright, let's do this.
Alright.
Hey, RGP Louie. I think it's RPG Louie, but I think RGP sounds cool for some reason. The story so far. You are the warrior Lone Wolf, the last of the Kai Masters of Summerlin, the sole survivor of the massacre that destroyed your kinsmen during a bitter war with your age-old enemies, the Dark Lords of Helgedad.
The trees!
I should do it this way. Many centuries ago, past the Sun Eagle, the first of your kind, established the Order of the Kai. Aided by the magicians of Desi, he completed a perilous quest to find 7 crystals of power known as the Lore Stones of Naxtor. With
Have a
their...
gun.
What?
Have a gun! Join aside!
No one's going to understand that but us.
I know.
With their discovery, he unlocked the wisdom and strength that lay within both the Lore Stones and himself. He recorded the nature of his discoveries and his experiences in a great tome called The Book of the Magna Kai. You have discovered the lost treasure and given a solemn pledge to restore the Kai to their former glory, ensuring the security of your land for years to come. However, your diligent study of this ancient book has enabled you to master only 3 of the 10 Magna Kai disciplines. To fulfill your pledge, you must complete the quest first undertaken by Sun Eagle over 1,000 years ago. By doing so successfully, you too will acquire the power and wisdom of the Magna Kai that is held within the Lore Stone's crystal forms. Wow.
The third door.
I was gonna say the only thing that's missing is for 6 easy payments. Much of Sun Eagle's script had faded with the passing years, and little remained to help you find the 7 Lore Stones of Nexter. Guided by the few words that could still be deciphered, you set upon a journey that took you to the war-torn city of Tektaro, in the hostile land of Slovia. There, hidden deep in the crypt of the city's cathedral, you found the first Lore Stone of Veretta. As you held the crystal triumphantly in your hand, its power was transfused into your being, and the location of the second stone formed slowly in your mind. Herodos. How did this happen? I don't know. The remote township of Herodos stands upon the shore of the Lake Kor, high in the Zulan Mountains of Desi. Here the elder magi, the magicians who rule the land, helped Sun Eagle on his quest long ago. Time has turned full circle, and once more their aid is sought by the warrior of the Kai. Fate has brought you to us, Lone Wolf. Intones Rama, speaker of the High Council of the Elder Magi, as you stand before them in the Tower of the Truth Elysian. Our fate is bound to your quest. His clear voice fills the great... Let me try this again.
Okay.
His voice fills the great cylindrical chamber. I messed it up again. His voice fills the great cylindrical council chamber, and the white-robed elders gathered around you respond in one voice. It is so. Rimura leads you to a circle of dice set like a deep well into the green marble floor. Carefully, he kneels and touches its liquid metal surface with his gloved hand. A current flows through the shimmering metal, and within its mirror-like depths, a strange vision slowly takes shape. You see a black-walled fortress set upon a rocky isle, its deep purple shadows reflecting in the dark waters of a moonlit lake. You see before you Kazan Ud. The Lorestone of Herdos rests deep in this castle, deep within its accursed walls. We will take you to the fortress, Lone Wolf, but only you can enter alone. For our powers hold no sway over the forces that command this terrible place.
If you came with me, that still would be true. I'd be entering with you, so I'd be entering with like maybe a small pack or group. Like, I know that I'm alone if I go in alone. I mean, that's a given.
Piph, we've seen how that turns out. That's probably not for the best. We've all seen...
Can I mount him? And then if there's difficult terrain, force him through it?
All I'm saying is we've seen what happens when people give you things to command.
I tell them to go home because everything's cool now, and they
except for the ones you didn't.
But I wanted them to leave. I'm quite sure they stayed just to screw with me.
All right, hang on. Where am I? In the years that have passed since Sun Eagle first came to this land, a great evil has consumed Kazan Ud. We lack the means to destroy this evil, but we have labored to contain it, to prevent it from spreading beyond the Isle of Kor. Some of the bravest warriors of Magnamund have tried at the behest to defeat the power of Kazan Ud, yet all have perished. But fate now brings us a Kai Master, and our hearts rejoice, for the success of your quest will defeat the bane of Kazan Ud and deliver us all from its evil shadow. A ripple of hopeful whispers rises from the circle of elders when they hear you state that you will go to Kazan Ud. As they accompany you from the council chamber to equip you for this dangerous mission that lies ahead, you ask the meaning of the words Kazan Ud. An uneasy silence descends on the dignified company. All eyes turn to Rimura. In the language of the Summerlin, it says, sloppy seconds.
You've awoken the Kazan.
You're going to the castle of sloppy seconds.
That is not how that's read.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Hang on, I should close my door because I'm being very loud with this announcer voice.
Is the cat very upset with you?
No, but Higion's sleeping on the other side of the house, and I'm still worried I might be waking her up. All right. Okay. So next. All right, I'm done with the announcer voice. That's just for the story so far. Oh, hey, Inferno's around. You're welcome to join if you would like. Join us for the Castle of Sloppy Seconds.
Why do you keep calling it that?
That's what it said, Piph. It said he translated it into the world of Summerland.
I'm almost positive. I'm a little dyslexic, so I'm almost positive that was Castle Darth Maul.
No. That's all I've got to say about that. Hang on, let me add Inferno to the call.
I just want to say, officially, it can't be the Castle of Sloppy Seconds. I understand your description of it. However, it's only accurate if someone tried to fuck that castle and said, oh, no, someone did successfully fuck that castle, and then said to their friends, you know what, you can have that castle now, too.
You know what, that's true. Didn't they say that everyone tried to and they all died?
Yeah, it's like a replica that was created, right? It's like the fake diamond of castles, right? So, that's just me being pedantic. So
Fine, we'll go with Castle Darth Maul then.
Castle. Sure.
All right, let's
Sure.
see. You don't need to repick your combat skills because you've already done that.
What? No.
No, you don't need to. You already did that. You got to pick your new skill. Oh, do you want to take a look at your lore circles first?
Oh,
Sure. Let's see. I got weapon.
my lore circles any day of the week.
Whoa, now.
What?
Right.
They're just my kitchen. They're like
So here's the lore circles. Let me go try and find what you need for them.
Well, fire, I think you need fire. Light, you could also use fire because it creates light. Solaris and I'm wondering what the difference between Solaris and light is. I guess Solaris is the sun and light is just light, but
yeah,
you can't have one without the other.
That is kind of okay, here we go. All right, so we've got Circle of Fire, which is Weapon Mastery and Hunt Mastery, which you have Weapon Mastery. So you could get the Circle of Fire, which would give you +1 to combat skill, +2 endurance. There is Circle of Light, which is animal control and curing, so you could get that too, which is just 3 to endurance, no combat skill increase. Then the Solaris, which is invisibility, hunts mastery, and pathmanship. Yeah, not that
Actually, Solaris is also the ability to watch a movie that has George Clooney and Natasha McElhone in it. There's a 2002 movie called Solaris.
Wasn't it like a space movie or something?
Yeah, it was. It was poopy.
Never watched it.
Yeah.
And then finally the Circle of Spirit, which is Psi Search, Psi Screen, Nexus, and Divination. You'd have to work a bit for that one, but that does have +3 combat skill and +3 hip.
Yep.
All right. So I think I'm going to control some animals.
Oh, snap. All right. So you're going to get the Circle of Light, which is +3 endurance points. Okay, seriously, I'm done with the announcer voice. It's hard to get out of, though.
You keep saying that.
It's hard.
You keep saying these things.
It's hard.
Just talk like a normal human being. Don't put on any voice, and then it's super easy.
All right. How do I go back?
Be fucking normal, Squee. Jeez.
Here we go. Okay, Magna Chi disciplines. So you want animal control.
That's right.
Bam.
I like to control the animals.
Controls the animals.
If I could walk with the animals, talk with the animals, something, squeak with the animals.
All right. Before leaving Elizan on your quest for the Lore Stone of Herodos, the Elder Magi give you a map of their land, which let's take a look at real quick. The map. The map, not the map of Cult. Not the map of the Southland. Where's the map?
Find the map, find the map, find the map.
Wait, where's the map?
You don't get a map.
Map of Cult,
No map.
Silver Key, Warhammer, Meal, Lamb's First Shield, map of Summerland, South of Southlands. Yeah, you don't get a map.
You got like 4 maps already. Whatever.
Oh, wait.
Why
Unless,
is-
wait.
wait a-
Unless that's in your store. I just clicked on your storage. No wonder.
Smooth move.
Well, gee golly. Here you go. Map of Desi.
Oh, hello, Desi.
Oh, hi, Desi.
You're
How's
headed
your sex
here.
life?
You're headed here to Khazan-ud.
Okay.
Alright, so you got a map and a pouch of gold. To find out how much gold is in the pouch, pick this number. 4.
0.
And add 10 to it, so you got 25 gold. Plus stored gold, too. Okay, so... should now enter the gold coins. The Elder Magi offer you a choice of equipment to aid you in your perilous mission. You can take 5 items from the list, because that's how much they like you.
Great. Well, they should freaking stock up on the hero.
Yeah,
so.
well, I was going to say, it's like, I really need 6 items. No, just 5. You know, I'm going to save you from this 5 items.
Being mighty generous at the moment.
Alright, so first, let's take a look. Okay, before we get into what you want, let's take a look at what you might want to store or something. Because you've got, like, the map of Takaro, Potion of Galabrush, Mirror, Meal.
I should probably store the map. And I want to actually see what the potion does, so I'm going to store the mirror.
Okay.
See if I can't slip somebody some
gallows. Some brushy gallows. And then you've also got your special items. You've got the diamond.
We're not storing any special items. You tricked me 3 times already, Squee. No.
The brass whistle. You
No.
have 2 of them.
I want both of them on my journey.
Okay, fine, but you don't need the riverboat ticket.
I want the riverboat ticket, Squee.
Pip, but you don't.
You know what? This isn't your game, Squee. You're just here to do what Piph wants. If he wants the fucking ticket, let him keep the ticket.
Oh, I know, but where'd be the fun in it if I didn't give him a hard time over it?
Freaking, like,
Giving
last
people a
time
hard time is like 90% of my job.
I know, right?
I would have given him some worthless ass freaking, like, maps just to get his horse, but no. I had to store them because there's too many special items. They're completely worthless. Don't need them anymore. That's what you said, Squee.
It is. It is. All right, you got 5 items. Sword, bow, quiver. Now, you've got 5 arrows in your quiver, so I assume this would give you a second quiver, I guess?
I hope so.
Rope, potion of lumpspur, lantern, mace, 3 meals, dagger, and 3 fire seeds. When thrown against a hard surface, these fire seeds explode and burn fiercely.
Like me. If you throw me against a hard surface, I will explode and burn fiercely.
Very true.
I would like the fire seeds.
Okay. Oh, that's a special item. Nice. Doesn't take up a backpack slot. All right, what else?
I would like the quiver.
The quiver. So let's see here. Hang on, let's see. Did it give you?
Yeah, it's at the top. Quiver with 6 arrows.
Yeah.
Then you have
Yeah.
another quiver with 5 arrows. You have 11 fucking arrows.
You've got a lot of arrows, my friend. All right, next.
You bastard.
I feel that I'm going to snag a bow and then put that in the chest.
Okay, and then deposit. All right.
Just in case, God forbid, I ever lose the summer sword, but the sword.
Right.
Put that in the chest.
You're taking their items and then depositing them in a chest. Wait, you don't need that? Maybe someday.
See, I didn't know you could do that in these games. I never did that.
It's kind of an unspoken rule. The author never covered it much because you didn't really have this kind of system. Like, you could keep track of it on your own. I believe it says you are allowed to keep any items from previous books. So this is just a very convenient way to do that.
Gotcha.
And I believe go with a meal, and then I think we should depart.
Now, Lantern, can you see in the dark, motherfucker?
He's got fire.
I have a ball.
Yeah, he's got a fire sphere. Yeah.
Let's go with let's go with a meal, and then I think we should depart.
Now, Lantern, can you see in the dark, motherfucker?
He's got fire.
I have a ball.
Yeah, he's got a fire sphere.
Yeah.
Oh, well, la-di-da. Look at you. I have a ball.
It's like asking, "Are you sure you're gonna bring that canteen with you?" And you're like, "I got a sphere that just makes water."
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's still... Never mind, we won't talk. That's riff stuff. But that still makes sense, dude. I mean, you might not want to whip out that ball and start guzzling down the water for everyone to see.
I
Very
would,
much.
but I'm not saying it'd be smart.
Yeah. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything about things that you say.
I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got the lore circles. You have the lore circle of light. Let's see if it actually marked it. Yeah, look at that. Lore circle of light. +3 endurance points. You're at 31 endurance points now. Boy. Okay,
Yeah.
here's your fun thing. Improve disciplines. As you rise to the higher levels of Magna training, you will find that some of your skills will steadily improve. If you are a Kai master that has reached the rank of primate... Wow, well done.
You're a monkey.
Whoa!
No, I think
It's primate.
prime.
Yeah, it's I think it's actually pronounced primate, but I like primate, so we're sticking with it. You will now benefit from the improvements of the following Magna Chi disciplines. Animal control. Primates with this Magna Chi discipline are able to repel an animal that is intent on harming them by blocking its sense of taste and smell. The level of success depends on the size and ferocity of the animal. Curing. Primates with this skill have the ability to delay the effects of poisons, including venoms that may come into contact with. Although a Kai primate with this skill is not able to neutralize a poison, he is able to slow its effect, giving him more time to find an antidote or cure. Hunt mastery. Primates with this skill have a greatly increased agility and are able to climb without the use of climbing aids such as ropes and etc.
Oh,
So I
no
have
rope
a rope.
for you. You can stick that in your chest.
Yep.
My God, do I have a rope? Squee, check
Yes?
my bag.
Yeah, you have a rope. But you don't have huntsmanship, so...
Okay, good.
so it's a moot point. Psi Surge. Primates with the Magna Chi discipline of Psi Surge will, by concentrating their psychic powers on an object, be able to set up vibrations that may lead to the disruption or destruction of the object. And last but not least, Nexus. Primates with the skill of Nexus will be able to offer a far greater resistance than before to the effects of noxious gases and fumes. So there you go. So 2 of those will be a benefit to you. And just so we're clear, just because it's not exactly 100%, you get all those benefits for the new things you just chose. So, for example, you just learned animal control, you still get the added effect.
Okay.
All right. Let us begin. Action
Let us.
required. You must select one more... Oh, right, you get an extra weapon proficiency mastery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so hang on a second. Magna Chi disciplines, weapon mastery. Oh, actually, no, that's on your action chart. Choose that on the action chart. What you have: bow, sword, warhammer. What else would you like?
Mace, please.
A mace. I don't know why you could possibly want that.
I don't
Has nothing to do with. I'm sure it has nothing to do with your jeweled mace.
I don't know what you're talking about, Squee.
In case you come across a bear, you always have to bring your bear mace.
The hours leading up to your departure from Ilizarn are spent checking and double-checking your equipment and provisions. But no matter how hard you try to concentrate on these preparations, your mind is constantly invaded by a shadowy image of Khazanud, an image identical to the vision that appeared the previous evening in the well of the council chamber. You are filled with a deep dread as you contemplate the probable site of your own grave. However, coupled to this terrible sense of foreboding is a far greater and irresistible desire to discover the lore stone of Herodos. I think it's just Herodos, actually. Shortly before dawn, your thoughts are disturbed by a knock at the door of your chamber. It is Remora. The time has come for your mission to begin. You follow him through the halls and the galleys to the rooftop platform nestled among the crimson towers of the Temple of Truth. Here, you are greeted by a young man. He is tall and dark-skinned with plaited flaxen hair and sharp cat-like eyes, and he wears the gold and scarlet tunic of Vakaros, a magician warrior of Desi. "Hail, Pido," says Remora, bowing to this proud young man. "Hail, my lord Remora," he replies respectfully. "We are ready to sail." The first rays of dawn light shimmer among the golden hull of the magnificent skyship that hovers above the rooftop platform. As the hum of its powerful engine rises, you thank Remora and bid him farewell before following Lord Pido to the boarding ladder at the edge of the platform. Once safely aboard, the skyship rises into the chill dawn air. Lord Remora and the Tower of Truth shrink swiftly behind its golden keel. You look down with growing fascination as the sleek bat-winged craft passes over the circling waters of the Ilizaran Canal and speeds northwards above the jungle of central Desi. As the grey chasm of Gorgoan looms into view, splitting the emerald-green land into a deep and terrible wound, Lord Pydo joins you at the rail. Time passes in conversation, and you learn much about the people of this untamed land and their history. You learn that the Elder Magi are all that remain of a race of great magicians who ruled Central Magnamund many thousands of years ago. They were wise...
Equip my summer sword.
Oh. Okay. It's already equipped.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
You've had it this entire time. Alright, They were wise and powerful, and their leadership was great until their numbers were decimated by a plague that swept across the world. Those who survived sought refuge in Desi and have lived here, in the mountains and the jungle, ever since. The Vakaros are native soldiers of Desi who have been taught the art of battle magic by the Elder Magi to help them defend the northern border against invasion by the warlike Vasagonians. When you tell Lord Pydo of your own past battles with the Desert Warriors, you sense a sadness within him. "How I wish my brother Kazan was here with us now," he says, staring thoughtfully towards the distant horizon. "I could tell many a brave tale of the great desert wars." You ask what became of his brother. There is a long pause before he replies solemnly, "Kazan Ud." The land of Desi...
Hey, Cousin Ood.
The land of Desi is now spread out beneath you like a gigantic map. To the northwest you can see the foothills of the Karakos Range and a faint ribbon-like glimmer that is the River Doi. To the east, a bank of grey storm clouds advances unchecked across the sea of jungle vegetation. Shortly before noon, you sight your destination. The low domed buildings of Herdos appear on the horizon, followed by the waters of Lake Kor and the blackened finger of rock upon which sits Kazan Ud. Even at this great distance, the awesome sight of the terrible fortress sends a chill along your spine. Lord Pydo orders his crew to prepare for landing, and within the hour, the great skyship is casting its shadow upon the flagstones of the plaza of Herdos. You are welcomed by Lord Ardan, Elder of Herdos, and a detachment of his Vakaros guards. They escort you through the streets of the ancient town, past the tiny stone-walled dwellings of fishermen and miners, to a quay where a glass-domed tower several stories high commands access to the busy harbor. As you enter the tower, you notice that the glass dome radiates a greenish light that, in spite of the blinding glare of the midday sun, can be seen quite clearly. Later, as the sun sinks slowly behind the peaks of the mountains, the light emanating from the tower becomes more visible, covering the lake core with an umbrella of ghostly luminescence. Lord Ardan explains, "This tower, together with 5 others that encircle the lake, generate a shield of magical energy that imprisons the evil of Kazan Ud. No creature, living or dead, can enter or leave the Isle of Kor so long as our shield remains intact. We dare not lower our guard, and to allow you to land on the island, we have devised a means by which you may pass through the shield unharmed." He takes a gem the size of a small apple from his pocket of his silken robe and places it in your hand. It is a dull, translucent red, but within its core is a swirling mist of glittering sparks, flickers with gold and silver fire. "It is a power key. Guard it well, for so long as you possess it, you may fulfill your quest. Lose it, and you will never escape the Isle of Kor." So mark the power key on your action chart as a special item which you carry in the pocket of your tunic. Wait, the pocket of your tunic? This thing's the size of an apple. It's going to bulge out like crazy.
Is that? Well, whatever.
He's got one
pecs.
pecs. He's got one enlarged pecs.
Pecs?
Yeah.
If it's a single, it's just called a pec, Squee.
Oh. I don't know. I've never had to singleize them. At midnight, my Vakaros will take you by boat to the edge of the shield. On board is a small coracle in which you can pass through the shield and make your way to the Isle of Kor. We shall pray for you, Lone Wolf. Midnight finds you standing on the deck of the square-rigged fishing boat. The sighing night wind and the creak of rope and timber are the only sounds that accompany you across the black waters of Lake Kor. You arrive at a wall of shimmering green light, the power shield. The Vakaros whisper their goodbyes, and you paddle through the wall, drawing closer with every stroke to the sinister island fortress. 200 yards from the glistening black shoreline, you note 2 places where you can make a landing. If you wish to land at a stone jetty to the west of Khazan-ud, turn to page 135. If you wish to land at a sheltered bay to the east of Khazan-ud, turn to page 288.
Are you having an aneurysm every time you say Khazan-ud?
It does something to me, Inferno.
Yeah, it sounds like that makes you want to poop.
I would like to I want to see my map.
Piph, that's not gonna help you at all.
Just do it.
I will do it. Let's see here. All right, so here's Lon, here's Elazan, there's Bishtan, right? We got Nisa over here.
Okay.
There's Khazan-ud,
Right.
and yeah, there you go.
So I'm approaching Khazan-ud.
So yeah, so would you like to go here, or would you like to go here?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out if it would be better to go west or the east for this. Looks like it's just pointing straight south, the entrance. So
That's not an actual drawn to scale representation of the entrance.
It looks like the opening
Piph,
is to the
it's
south.
a map. It's not like
If you
every
can
city
see it.
in this world faces south.
That city is just.
You know
a
what?
house.
If they were like Muslims, they would. It would.
Piph, every map we've had since this series began has all the doors facing south.
And thus, that's where I assume that I enter into people's house. I'm assuming the entire town is in just this one large house that you have to enter through the south.
Alright, seriously though. The stone jetty or sheltered bay?
Let's go the path least traveled. Let's go to the stone jetty.
Okay. Aren't they both the least traveled? A streak of green forked lightning erupts light ups the collapsed roof of Khazan-ud. For a second, it looks like the shattered ribs of a giant lizard. There is another flash of lightning, and 100 tower windows glare at you like empty eyes, edged with silvers of broken glass. A line of carved stone gargoyles adorns the black stone walls overhanging the jetty. Rings of rusted iron are clamped in their snarling jaws. Each wound round with slime encrusted round. Okay. Each round with slime encrusted ropes that dangle in the water. At the jetty, it is deep enough to allow a large vessel to dock, but the current and the swell of the tide make it increasingly difficult for you to control your tiny boat. Your stomach tightens and swell as the swells threaten to dash you against the Jedi. Yes.
Ooh.
Yep.
Obi-Wan's
The
just
Jedi are
standing
here
there.
now.
You have divination.
What's up?
Sweet.
You sense that neither the rope nor the rocks are quite what they seem. A terrible aura of wickedness hangs over them both. You try to delve deeper, but your concentration is broken when your boat lurches violently towards the jetty. A collision is seconds away. If you wish to dive overboard and avoid being dashed against the stone wall, do you wish to grab the hanging ropes, or do you wish to close your eyes and pray?
Well, I don't really. I'm not like buds with any gods at the moment, so I'm not going to do that. I see a black screen.
No.
1 second. So, terrible aura hangs over both of them, the rocks and the rope. Rope or the rocks. So I'm going to go into the water as much as I hate doing that.
Oh, okay. You strike the seething water with a mighty splash and sink like a stone. The end. No. The sharp tang of the lake fills your mouth, and its icy cold embrace numbs your muscles. Your first impulse on hitting the water is to lash out with your arms and swim, but you are hampered by a mass of plant life that coils around your flailing limbs. Desperate for air, you hack blindly at the weeds that now threaten to drag you to a watery grave. You fight the combat as normal, however, due to the lack of air, you must automatically deduct 2 endurance points for every round you fight.
Okay.
Alright. Well, you've got the summer sword.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to try to hit it with my mace. I want to cut this thing.
Or your warhammer. Huh. Huh.
Oh,
This seems
I
a
think
bit
I'm
one-sided.
I'm not quite sure if I should be wearing the other sword. Wait.
What?
Could you look at my what I have equipped?
Yeah, you have the summer sword equipped.
Oh. Wonder why it said it's just sword plus 2. Alright, whatever. I guess that's my combat plus.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, you survived. Well done.
Yay!
Gasping for air, you claw your way to the surface and swim for the rocky shore. Heaving yourself from the cold water, you crouch down, breathless and exhausted, beside a line of huge boulders, half buried in the coal black sand, and take stock of your belongings. You have lost 2 items from your backpack, and all the food has been ruined by the tainted water. 2 items of your choice from your backpack. So, rope, elixir, berries, potion of gallowbrush.
My rope has been ruined?
No, you lost it.
Oh, I lost it.
Yeah.
All
your food's been ruined, and you've lost 2 things.
Let's go with a berry and a potion.
Which potion?
Potion of gallowbrush.
Got it.
Or a potion of gallowbrush.
Right. And all the food has been ruined. No food for you.
Damn.
Now someone's going to wish he took Hunt Mastery.
No sooner have you managed to control your breathing than you hear the sound of scraping, as if some heavy weight were being dragged across the rocks to your left. A vertical crack appears in the surface of the nearest boulder, and a sickly yellow light washes over you. It is not a boulder. You are staring at a huge eye. Do you wish to draw your weapon and attack the eye, or do you wish to leap to your feet and escape towards the sheer rock base of Casanode?
So I can't have a conversation with the rock.
No, you're a lone wolf. Let's be fair, your history has not leaned in that direction.
Alright, let's fuck nature. Let's kick its ass.
It'd be funny, like, Lone Wolf suddenly turns into a kind-hearted diplomat after all his years of just killing things.
Well, it's just like I saw an eye, and I'm just like, I'm just freaking kill it, I guess.
You plunge your weapon into the monstrous eye, and gouts of luminous jelly-like substance pour from the wound.
Gross.
A ghastly and human scream of pain rises from the ground beneath your feet. Jets of hissing steam erupt through the sand, and a stinging cloud of grit assaults your eyes. And there's the eye.
Uh-huh.
There's your slash. You cut it. Good job. Not sure how you do that if you had, like, a staff, but still. You reel backwards, shielding your face from the blast, but an unexpected blow to your leg sends you sprawling to the ground. Lose 2 endurance points. Before you can rise, a warty green tentacle coils around your waist and pulls you slowly towards the mutilated eye. Okay, you don't have Psi Search. So, you die. You don't have Psi Search, so you die. The tentacle lifts you into the air, tightening its grip with each passing second until almost all the breath is squeezed from your lungs. Suddenly, you are hurled towards another massive boulder, which opens to reveal a monstrous jaw, dripping with loathsome saliva. You are swallowed whole. Your life and your quest end here.
R.I.P. Piph. R.I.P. Also, speaking of ending quests, doesn't look like Koran is going to be joining us. So we can start whenever you guys really want.
Sure. I mean, this is a nice...
So I'm not saying we should start now or anything like that. I was just waiting for a break in the story, and Piph dying is definitely a break. I'm not saying we should get going right this very second.
Right. No, I do think this would be a good place to stop, though, only because I didn't hit save, so I'm going to have to run back up to this point.
Oh,
Well,
gross.
I'll just die again, but sure.
Well, no, not all the way to this point, Piph. Not that bad. We'll go as far as you would like to go.
You
but-
know, when I took the choice, attack the eyeball, I didn't think that I would immediately die.
Well, you didn't
Of course not.
immediately die. You still had a chance if you had that psi surge thing, but yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I warned you. The book does that from time to time. At least it doesn't do it anywhere near as much as it used to in the early books, but it still has its moments.
I wish I could, when it gets me into a battle situation, I really want to actually just fight it.
Yep, I know.
But,
I understand. I don't know why it does that, but it does every once in a while. As the books go on more and more, eventually you start to see, like, for example, it makes sense, like, the gates crashing down on you. You try to move. You fail. You die. Okay, well, that makes sense. It crushed me. I get it.
yeah.
But this one, yeah, I'm with you. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We're actually going to stop the stream for a bit, and then when we'll stream... Oh, no, we're streaming Riffs on PsyLP now, aren't we?
We're going to give it a shot.
Yeah. So everyone here at the stream, we're going to stop the stream for a few minutes, and then you're going to want to go over to our PsyLP YouTube page, because that's where Riffs is going to be. We're going to start streaming it on there. Now, the episodes will still go up on my channel for a while, but we're kind of starting to slowly move things.
Speaking of, did you get your copyright stuff? I see you're uploading some stuff.
Yeah,
like
well,
from
that
Destiny
was a
and whatnot.
test. That was a test, and it worked well. Yeah, apparently it was a YouTube bot gone wild, and it has been rectified. So I haven't had everything removed yet. That's supposedly coming, but I put that Destiny video as a test, and it was not tagged.
Flagged.
So I think we're good.
Okay, good.
Yep. So I'm working on it, but I think we're good.
Because
So-
I'm just wondering, because I thought the plan was to let people know about... Well, I guess you can let these people know, too. I'm just concerned everyone's going to come over to your channel right now. I don't know how many people follow the tweets and just show up at your channel anyway.
Well, what we could do is... we could do it either way. We could stream it here. I mean, that's not a problem at all. And then maybe start next week.
Yeah,
let's do that. Let's
just
do
let
that.
people know. Yeah,
right,
let's
so-
just not do it all of a sudden.
So everything I just said, guys, never mind. We're going to be back here in a few
And
minutes
Inferno changed his mind.
with Riffs.
Yes.
Ta-ta.